guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to start a vegetable garden from seed. And then you don't want to miss the next video I put out because I'm going to show you how to build an inexpensive garden enclosure. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. First thing you're going to need is potting soil. And then I mix that with some seed starter mix and some organic fruit and flower food. So to start, I'm going to take my little starter pot here and just kind of cover the hole with your finger to get started. And I'm just going to take some of this potting mix, I'd say about half, and I'm just going to use this to kind of push this down. When you use potting soil, whether it's from your garden from the year prior or from like a big box store, make sure that you take a pot of water and boil it and let it soak into the potting soil so that you don't carry any eggs or larvae or bacteria from prior years. Even the ones that are sealed from the store can have fungus and bacteria in them, so you always want to do that. So I've already done that. This has been soaked. And then I'm going to take just a little bit of the plant food. Then I'm going to, whoops, use my hand, that's too big. Put some seed starter in here. And just push that down a little bit. And right here I've got garden beans. I usually buy like the Ferry Morris or an organic brand, but I've been told it really doesn't matter, and these were on sale. They're normally 50 cents at the dollar store, but they were on sale for 25 cents, so I was like, well, why not try them? So this is what they look like. They're called tender greens. So I'm just going to take about 3 per starter pot and go ahead and put them in here. You want to put them in standing up, because what they're going to do is when you cover them, they're going to be reaching for the sunlight. So I've got them standing up in here. I'm going to cover it again with just a little bit of the seed starter, maybe about a ½ inch, and you don't want to pack that down. You want to leave that loose so that the seeds, as they grow, can break through your seed starter, and what they're doing is looking for light. So another thing that people do sometimes, they make the mistake of overwatering their seeds. If they soak too long or in wet compost or soil too long, they'll rot and you'll never get anything out of them. So I recommend using a spray bottle and just lightly mist the top. And then once you start to see growth, the best way to do any kind of further watering is from the bottom. So that's how I started my beans, and then I'm going to show you what they look like after about 5 days. So let me grab that real quick. From this, or I started these in just old cups and I put a couple holes for drainage in them, but you go from a bean to this in 5 days. Within probably about 2 weeks, I will go ahead and put these into the ground in my new raised bed garden that I'm making that enclosure for, so I'm pretty excited about that. I've done the same thing with these Boston pickling cucumbers. They have always given me great results, so that's what I would suggest. And so that was just done yesterday, so nothing's come out of that yet. But I want to take the camera and then show you guys some of the other stuff I've done and how quickly it can go from seed or a store-bought vegetable, which here is just an old small red potato. And I'm going to show you what it looks like just after about a week and a half of planting it. Hopefully this will stay in focus. These are my cucumbers, again the Boston picklers, and this is just after about 3 days, and you can see they're already starting to come up. I also planted some mix of bell peppers, a variety of carrots, and jalapenos. Over here are my potatoes, where I showed you I started from just an old store-bought potato, and let me see if I can focus in here. They're already starting to crop up, and those take a little bit longer to actually get the full growth. I soaked the bottoms of it and let the roots grow, and then within, I would say, 5 days, I got something along the lines of this. Within 2 weeks, I've got ones that are very tall. When they start to fall over, like this one's getting a little bit dried out and it's starting to fall over, I'll go ahead and just snip the top of that. Or like, you can see some clippings here, but and those take about 6 to 8 months before you can harvest them. Over here is some more of my garlic. And over here I've got some herbs. I've got cilantro, basil, parsley, thyme, and sage. These are some more cucumbers that I soaked first and then planted, so we'll see how that turns out. I've got my aloe plant here. And then I've got some tomato plants that I planted in October. And I planted them indoors. I will transplant them very soon into the garden, but they're doing awesome. They've got hardy stalks, and they're probably about 8 inches above the soil right now. So I'm pretty excited about that. So that is all. Let me put this camera back. That is all I've got for you right now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you took away some tips and tricks for starting your garden inside. And like I said, do not forget to check out the next video. I will try to link it here or here if you guys want to learn how to build a inexpensive and fairly easy garden enclosure. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all soon.